this 4x Explorer Rumble deck, where I think if you're trying to play Ryze against this, good luck. That's all I will say. Good luck to any Ryze players that there might be out there, because this deck will fucking murder you if you try to play a low tempo landmark. The rumbly tumbly business. This is their last chance to kill Vayne before Vayne starts doing insane things. So a stun under Rumble doesn't necessarily mean that much, because I have 2 ways to throw him into combat post-stun. Steel Tempest plus Hoko. Okay. I mean, I'm just going to replay the Rumble and murder them. GG, game 1. So the actual game with the Rumble was a bit uninteresting. It was just kind of a stomp I high rolled super hard. But the actual deck list I did want to talk a little bit about. 4x Armed Acquisitioner / the other guy Explorer. The point of that is I identified a strategy for this week, which was attack him on the axis of landmark removal, because specifically the Jayce Zoe doesn't play basically any blockers and tries to play defense solely with the Sump Monument. So for the Rumble specifically, which can get completely stonewalled by the Sump Monument combo, it is critically important that I be able to remove that landmark. Obviously slowing down Ryze is helpful as well. So 4x Explorer in the Rumble deck didn't really come into play that game. It was just a crazy stomp, but that was the idea with that one. In the Echo deck, there's actually an even better reason to play Armed Acquisitioner, which is leveled Zilean. So against Ryze, they can't really stop Zilean from leveling. They just kind of have to hope that your Zilean doesn't level, which, you know, sometimes it doesn't. But once you have a leveled Zilean, it is a nightmare for the Ryze deck, and the reason being is Armed Acquisitioner. 1 copy of Armed Acquisitioner gives you 4 landmark removals, because Zilean gives you back both the Armed Acquisitioner and the landmark removal, and then the fleeting Armed Acquisitioner creates a real landmark removal, which Zilean then copies again. So it ends up being 4 copies of landmark removal, and that's the idea with the Echo Zilean deck. So, okay, what do I want? This is a turn 4 Echo type of hand. It's not impressing me, but honestly, like, I just want a shit ton of predicts, and a turn 4 Echo is like ideal. Honestly, I will take it. And if I find the 4th predict, I'd be very happy. Armin. Oof. I think it's a time trick. Weirdly enough, it's going to be a time trick. Like, okay, I just finished saying that Armed Acquisitioner is here for specifically this matchup. Yes. However, Echo leveled on turn 4 supersedes that. And also, I have a ton of predicts to go and find that shit later. I mean, voice is pretty solid. I'll take a voice. Try to chip this thing down. Obviously, they're not going to block. It's just a free damage. Okay. There's the Mr. Yi. Okay. What do I want here? Like, I don't hate a time bomb. It keeps my hand up, or hand size up. Just force a stun here. They're probably going to be able to produce a stun, but it's not like, you know, it's... Hey, yo. So I guess it's a... This is a weird way to play it out. It's definitely a strange way to play it. What does that mean? It means their hand has no... either 1 or 0 landmark things. They have to have 1 or 0. Probably 0. I don't hate Absolver on this board, honestly. Like, it's not gonna get used for a minute, but it's fine. I mean, it's activated at the very least. I think it's better than skipping. And then next turn we just grab our Voice of the Risen. And we can play Voice plus something, so we can actually sacrifice a guy here. Sure. I mean, we're depleting their hand size at least. They're going to need to spend some like large amount of mana on draw spells in the near future. They're also probably going to want to cast 2 spells this turn, which is not trivial. Maybe they're going to want to recall something. There's the draw spell. I think I'm just playing Voice. I mean... Like, bomb is okay. I don't hate bomb. Just simply passing and banking the spell mana with a hand that has Absolver in it. Like, I don't mind that. I don't mind simply saying bomb. Putting the bomba on the board. And it also threats Chrono. Which, like, it's a very weak threat on Chrono, but at least it's a threat on Chrono. Like, it's not a very convincing threat, but I mean, he's hopefully won't attack, right? Ooh, this is quite interesting. I think I'm gonna win this pretty handily. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, unfortunately, the bomb will always miss because it's my attack turn. But that is totally fine. Now my whole board is threatening. Hello! And I have this nice deny card. I got Absolver, I've got Deny. It's a lot of fun things happening here. So what are they going to do as far as blocks? Probably going to... they've got quite a bit of mana. So what order do I attack in? It doesn't really matter because they're always going to heal exactly to full. I'm trying to play around Shuriman and Tellstones as best as I'm able. Oh, Realm Warp, goddamn. Okay. Yeah, so their hand size is no longer a problem. They discard that, okay. So taking my guys down low reads like Shuriman Tellstones. It really does. I think I'll deny some type of Sun here. I'll go ahead and deny this. This Absolver's kind of worth a lot of damage, but also the Echo's just smashing in for 7. Let's just kill this. It deals a fuckload of damage. Actually, let's go ahead and not have a unit be vulnerable. Yeah, that's a little better. Like, Scrying Sands on the Dragonling, I think I can do that next turn anyways. Like, this Scrying Sand's always going to be worth 2 damage. Like, there's no world in which this isn't worth 2. So I can save it for my next attack. Like, here's not a horrible time to use it, but I'm obviously gonna... The predict doesn't do anything. I think I'm gonna go ahead and let them grab their healing. So their hand's basically full of spells because they just cast a Realm Orb. They might have grabbed an Otterpuss, but I'd be pretty surprised if that was the case. They probably have another copy of the landmark thingy. Rip show me. Rip to show me. So the next target is Zillion, and I can't really save him, so he'll just die. On probably first prio next turn, but that's okay. What do I want? Probably... I mean, voice is not horrible. Like, second voice on this type of board, I honestly am down. I'm honestly down. And then we can go ahead and take up Forsaken Buckeye. These ones I think I will skip on. I mean, the Zillion's not horrible either, but I'll go ahead and skip, because I've already got a Zillion spell. Makes sense. I don't know why they're... Oh, I guess it's mana efficient to do it this way. It is a little bit more mana efficient. So this is very dangerous for them, because they're going to end up attacking with a Ryze. This is very interesting. They're going to attack with a Ryze into me. So having the extra voice is going to be really good, because they're going to first prio play a thing, it kills Zillion. Second prio, I play voice. And then their Ryze wants to go in, but he's getting fucking smacked by a 6-2. He's getting zonked by a 6-2. I mean, I don't have to play the voice, right? There might be a better way to play this, actually. I don't need to get tunneled on the voice play, just because I drew it. There's probably a better way to play this. There's the shard, so Echo's gonna get it stopped. But, oh, they didn't even attack me. Wow, okay. They didn't even attack. So their board is full. Like, they only have 4 blockers, right? And that's gonna be a problematic for them. So Ryze obviously wants to attack. And I obviously want to block. I think this is the moment to play Voice of the Risen. I don't hate that. I really don't hate that. Because now I have a good blocker for Ryze. And I don't, like, my board's still going to be totally full. I could probably play a Zillion here. Maybe go Fallen Feline or Zillion. Like, it's kind of interchangeable. Just play some kind of type of 6-wide board with the double. I mean, obviously Echo's getting stunned, but Echo's obviously not the entirety of my threat here. They've only got 3 blockers on a 6-wide board. Obviously 4 blockers because of this, but Ryze is going to have to block something probably. Oh damn, if they have lethal here, that's actually pretty impressive that they got there. That is impressive if they manage to get there on turn 7. I would actually be impressed. This is a predict off of... What am I predicting off of? Oh, it's Zillion. Yeah, I'll skip this. I mean, if turn 7 is the lethal, then that is just impressive. Oh, not quite. Not quite. Holy moly. Not quite there. That was very close, though. That was, like, scarily close. Holy shit. I mean, obviously they might survive next turn. Like, they have a 0 mana of Rune Prison. I mean, they don't have any fucking blockers, and I have a shit ton of lethal attackers. But... they have like a full hand, they have a 0 mana Rune Prison. They can afford to block with Ryze now, and that actually does change things. I mean, there's some world where they play like a grab Echo here with the 3 mana, but they're really going to be limited on mana for this defense. Like, it is not trivial to survive this. It is really not trivial to survive this. Okay, so is blocking bad in any way? What's the worst thing that can happen if I block? Killing my guy for free? That would probably be the worst that could occur. I mean, realistically, I just take this damage. I don't know. And I honestly just play Feline out next turn anyways. Hoko that. Okay, okay. I wasn't thinking about the Hoko. Because I do have to replay that. Okay, okay. This is getting harder to survive. Fuck. I should have just let it through. Okay, okay. So I have Absolver. I mean, Absolver lethal is... Let's think here. 4, 4, 2... I think Feline actually always happens. I have to figure out a way to push through. I think it might still be replay the voice plus Aspiring. Aspiring is always happening, it's just which 4 mana am I using? They didn't do anything, okay. Okay. Probably none of these. I mean, the fact that I get a show me here is really nice. I can't count on this voice being like on the board though. There's no way for me to like keep this voice on the board. So it's 2 + 2 + 3. And there is like, you know, Shuriman Telstones plus Hoko or something of that nature. There's Unworthy Soul type of lines. I think I'll just go with the Absolver though. Because I'm not entranced with the idea of obliterating my own guy. Like I'm not really married to that one personally. Maybe if like Echo gets stunned, I'll go ahead and voice, but there's no reason for them to play a stun here. Or let's say they I mean, now Show Me blocks the Shard of Madness, or Shard of Betrayal gets blocked by Show Me. Either way, we'll just try like this and see what happens. The Ryze being on 1 health might actually matter because I can force the Ryze to die here. We will see what occurs. We will see. I mean, this thing's getting recalled for sure. Absolver is, you know, threatening lethal. Let's find out what happens here. Like, Echo obviously gets stunned, this obviously gets recalled, and then I'm dealing 3. So I have to commit something. So I'll commit Absolver first part onto the drop border, I think. And I think I can just go right away with the... I don't have to go right away with anything, I'll just play this. And then obviously I'm threading Clockling thingy. So they need to find 3 spots, 3 pieces of spot removal, which like is possible, but is difficult. Second, and go fish for the 3rd. Go fish. The suspense is killing me. Oh, didn't have it. Damn. Ryze. Okay, I admit I goofed that one pretty bad, but bailed out by the show me. I goofed that one pretty bad. But my decks were just too good. Too hard of counter. On the Ryze. GG. That's week 2 of CDS. Okay, so week 1, I maybe overestimated how troll I should make my decks, and I got smacked on turn 5 by aggro decks. I got fucking smacked by aggro. So week 2, back to basics. We're playing real decks, we're playing good decks, and we're just teching them for the matchups that we know we're gonna face. To my eagle-eyed viewers, you probably noticed a grave misplay on the Echo versus Ryze matchup, and I wanted to give you guys some validation for finding it if you did. On turn 5, I should have blocked with Echo. It's a really beautiful line, blocking with the Echo, sacrificing it to take down a blocker, because Echo is going to get invalidated by the stun anyways. That was something I found after the game that I really wish I had found over the board. And I also edited out the part where I was hemming and hawing over what to discard with the Rumble. I'll put that on screen now if you want to puzzle that out yourself. Thanks for watching. I'll be back probably in 2 weeks with a bi-weekly recap of CDS.